Hello guys, welcome back to CRDMODS. This is Rahul for you. The challenge today what I'm facing is that my Jeep CJ500 is the rear tire is totally deflated.
बंद कर करना क्या बोलो
अरे मैकेनिक को बोलो और पूरा गियर बॉक्स बाहर निकलवाओ.
So for the deflated tire, what I got to know is that we are only left with only two options. The first option is to get a local mechanic, the puncture mechanic, and repair it. And the second is a DIY, which I'm going to try it now. And meanwhile, just want to give an intro of what exactly happened. So my Jeep is overloaded and the rear tire got deflated. To overcome that, I used my dual jacks to uplift it to some level so that the deflated tire is not damaged. So the DIY what I have planned is none other than a tire inflator, which I brought it from the Amazon. Here it is. It's a GoMechanic product, the Gusto T10, which I got it from the Amazon for the price of around 13.99 bucks. And I just want to unbox it for you. So let's see what's inside that. We have the tire inflator, and we do have the warranty and the manual. This is the manual, and we do have some nozzles. Usually these are used for the football or any other things. Apart from that, we do have additional fuse in case of emergency. And the product says that it supports up to 150 psi. Technically my tire size is around 165 by 65 R17. It's a Dunlop Grand Trek model, which is heavy in the size, so it can support up to 150 psi, but for my tire it is only around 35 to 40 psi is required. So let's see that. So the question might be, why did I go for the second option? Here it is. I would give an intro of why did I go for the second option. The first option was to get a local tire mechanic to fix my puncture, though it was a bit complicated because it was totally in my parking where I can't, it's totally deflated condition, so I can't move it from the apartment parking place. So the puncture guy, he was expecting some 600 to 700 bucks for the repair. So I brought this product, though it was charging double the what the local mechanic was asking. Still it has some added benefits, because if I buy this product once, so I can use it multiple times and number of punctures. Even though if there is an emergency, I can use this product and come out of the place where I can find a local mechanic and get it repaired. So after getting this product, what I think is that it looks very small, right? Okay, it looks very small and it's like small device technically, and it's very handy too. I can put it everywhere in my rear dicky also. It doesn't matter of the size. So let's see this performance, and before checking this performance, I want to cross check the product which I brought from the Amazon. Is it working or not? So for that, I want to place this inflator, connect it to my cigarette lighter in my car and check whether it's working or not. Let's check that out. Stay tuned. So as I told you, like it gets connected to the cigarette lighter. I am pointing it to over there. Oh, we have an LED light too. Okay, I'm switching off the light. So and I hope it's working. If you can see that there's a pressure, just want to increase the pressure. Okay, so what pressure we want to do? The reset button here. So long press, that's a PSI. So it shows the PSI. We can set the PSI. It's 50, 51, 49, and mostly in all our vehicles we're going to use a PSI around 35 to 40. So it's clear. Get back to your Jeep and connect this, guys. This is working up, so no need to return this product. Okay, fine. Let's go to a Jeep. Come on. And guys, like there is one more challenge which you're gonna face here. It's the thing is that like my Jeep doesn't come with an cigarette lighter. I have to find out some jugaad for that. By the way, I want to show you the puncture. Okay. I hope you can understand how badly it got deflated. And this is a jack setup. I have used two jacks to get in a uniform way. So the challenge is that we don't have a cigarette lighter available. So what I'm going to use that, I'm going to use some jugaad. So I used to connect this usually the positive to the positive of the battery and the negative to the negative terminal of the battery, so that we can exclude the cigarette lighter without damaging the product. Let's do that. I found some wires to do ready for the jugaad. Okay, so I have a wire stripper. I didn't get any new wires, but I'm trying to use this one. Okay, I think this would help them out. Done. So now the wires are ready. It's time to lift off bonnet. So this is the way I got some jugaad. So I use the transparent tape because you can see the connections properly, but it is a temporary purpose. Don't use a transparent tape if you're going to use it for permanent solution. Go for insulation tape. And this is a positive terminal and this is a negative terminal, and this will we want to connect to the battery positive end, and we have the extension here. I'm going to just connect this to the nozzle of my tire. Now it is connected, and we have a lock here so that it doesn't come out of it. So this is the machine, and I hope we got the enough length to connect to our battery. Let me connect there. And so this is the way I have connected the slots. So we are going to start the machine now. I have connected all the required connections, and I have preset the PSI to 40. So let's start the Jeep and on the machine. Now that I have started the Jeep, you guys may experience some noise, background noise over there. Now let me power on the inflator. I hope you can see it's a zero pressure in the tire. Let's see. I hope it's wet. It's trying very hard to inflate it. I still see the pressure as zero itself. Let's wait for some time and see whether it could get into some basic level of inflation or not. I see some improvement over there, and I hope you guys also notice the inflation of the tire too. It went to 6 psi, 6.5 psi. It's a good improvement I can notice over here. And for information, like my tire size is around 265 by 55 or like 65, I think so. It's around R17 inch. It's a big massive tire as of now, and I hope it's doing pretty good. The tire inflated very well. I'm just waiting for some more time. The pressure is around 8.5. And I'm pretty sure that this is gonna do some better output over here. And it was a minute device, like it was not more than half kg too. And kudos to the technology, man. This is awesome actually. With the bare hands we can't lift the tire, and this less than a pound guy who's inflating the entire tire to the required psi. That's very I didn't expect this from this product actually. Well, guys, you must buy this kind of products, okay, in case of an emergency, when you're for outing or you go for an off-roading trip, because we can't expect the tubeless tire to work as expected. The pressure has gone to around 12 psi. That's pretty much enough for an vehicle to lift to get into a proper extent of lift. It's around 13.5 psi. Still boosting up. I hope you will get a better view now. And we're gonna stop this at the 40 psi because that is our actual required pressure. And the thing is that we have starter or Jeep is that like it doesn't have any impact on our battery. Though we had a very good battery, but it's a good idea, like it don't drain your battery totally. It's always a good idea to start your vehicle and use this one. And coming to the pricing part, I brought it somewhere roughly around 1300, which excludes my GST. So let's see. I'll tell you the product review end of the total inflated 40 psi, and I'll also gonna tell you what is the time taken for that. But it's a pretty cool device. Like the people who usually go for off-roading and even the long drives, it's a better idea to have a hydraulic jack with you and an inflator with you, because apart from that you can it's always a better idea to carry a puncture kit. It won't cost you more than 150 or 200 bucks, but when you go to the puncture guy, he will charge you for each puncture at least 80 to 100 rupees for that. So it's not a big effort to patch your puncture up. But it all depends, guys. Like there are two types of punctures, right? Like one thing which usually goes with the tube and other with the tubeless tires. In the tubes, if there is a puncture, we need to repair the tube itself. But in the case of tubeless tires, we are gonna punch a uh, silicone kind of a rubber gel hooked to that so that it blocks the air pressure. But I don't think the tubeless tire repairs are very great idea, because let us assume that you have a nail which has injected to your tire that is around only not more than a 2.5 to 3 mm. But when you are going to insert the tubeless tire puncture using the puncture kit, when it's the time to inject that sealant over there, you need to make a hole of 3 to 4.5 mm based on the quality of the puncture. I'm talking about the injected part. We'll make another video too, like how exactly what need to be done. There is also called of mushroom puncture kit, which usually it doesn't require anything injected from the outside of the tire. It's totally injected from the inside of the tire. But it would be a very good option for the tubeless tires punctures, but it's not available everywhere, because it's very few mechanics or like that puncture mechanics would own that, and that's way too costly than the regular punchers. For that, you need to totally remove the entire tire out of the rim and insert the mushroom one from the inside. So usually it helps you out. I think it got inflated up to 0 to 23 psi, but it is taking a pretty good time. Almost all it's been around 9 minutes right now. From 9 minutes approximately, you can just consider 10 minutes. It brought you from a 0 to 24 psi. That's okay, that's a good thing. We can't expect much from this minute device, guys. Like, it is only for the emergency purpose of it. It's not that you can't use it every day as per the quality. Now it's 25 psi. We are less than half of the way. I'm not sure will it withstand it or not. Let's see it. And there are also heavy boxes in the carriage of my Jeep that will be not less than 100 to 150 kilos, which I picked up from the transport and I parked in my apartment. I was not sure like why this happened, but there might be some minute puncture. After filling the tire, I would take it to the mechanic, puncture mechanic, and fix that out. I hope it is taking a good amount of time, because it took 10 minutes to get it to 25 psi, because my tire is almost like equal to an Fortuner tire size. But if in a sedan or any hatchback, it won't take much time. I hope so. Probably like up to getting up to 10 psi, it would be a great idea to move your vehicle. But I'm just trying to test it capability, how much time it would take to get into the 40 psi pressure. But as you see the tire right now, right, it looks very good, because at a point of 30 psi, we notice that it has a very good amount of air into that. We can use these tires with this pressure, air pressure. And also the jack which you see, I have been using the two jacks. One I use personally in my personal car, and other one is from the Jeep. So technically the height of the Jeep is increased so that we can go to the off-roads, so we don't have face any obstacles over there. So there are some challenges over there when we increase the command patti alignments and the bushes. Okay, it all depends on the command patti alignments. And if you're not sure about the command patti alignments, you can just call it a leaf spring suspension. These are called as, and this is mostly used for all of the off-road vehicles, especially for the off-road vehicles. And even the first version of the Scorpio has to come with these things, if I'm not wrong. And we don't have any complaints with the Jeep because usually I travel alone, and it's some parts with my cousins and friends. That's it. And when we are loaded up, like it would be somewhere around 8 people on the Jeep. Average on a month, we don't use more than around 50 to 70 kilometers in the Jeep. And I was talking about the jack, right? It was towards the left side. The jack is used. It has a trolley kind of setup, guys. It is very What are the major problem is that like it's a hydraulic jack. We have to inject oil into that oil phase, and it has to be placed properly in your dicky also. It comes with a box. What you notice is that like this is one of the most common jacks which you see in the mechanic workshops, right? It's a mini version of it. That's it. The PSI is around 35 now. We're gonna stop it at 40. I hope it should stop automatically at 40 PSI because that is a preset we have set over there. I'm pretty sure that this is a Chinese product because we can't stick to the longevity of this product. You're not sure how many days it will work, but anyways, working at least when required emergency, that is enough. And for this thing, I don't want to take risks to refill my tires whenever it required because it is roughly taking around 16 minutes to get you to 35 psi. The amount of fuel consumption is happening na? With that amount I can refill it at any local puncture shop itself. They won't charge you more than 5 rupees per tire. That's probably, and if you're going to fill it with nitrogen, it would be somewhere around 40 rupees for all the top ups. That's enough thing. And this is the only tire which is filled with air, not with the nitrogen gas. And it's always a good idea to fill vehicle tires with the nitrogen because the temperature, right? Usually people think that they ride the vehicles on the highways at the top speeds. Whenever they were driving at high speeds, there would be some amount of heat generated to the tires due to the overheat of the tires. So usually nitrogen is something like which usually maintains the temperature. And also guys, there is also one beautiful option for the automobiles is that like you can install the TPMS, tire pressure monitoring systems. So that would be costing you around 2,500 to 3,500, and everything that we would see on the Amazon or like mostly imported from the China itself. So I think that would be a good try. Like if you don't have a company fitted TPMS in your car, you can just add it to your tires and monitor your tire pressure automatically whenever you require. So even at 10 psi pressure could help you to move to a local mechanic. It's around 40 psi now. but I'm not sure whether it's stopped or not. Let me turn off the engine and see whether it has stopped or not. Yes guys, it has stalled at 40 psi. Great, it works great. You can see the inflated tire size. Perfectly inflated, and it took almost around roughly around 20 minutes to get it to proper level, but it's not a bad idea. It can still work on. What I would suggest is that, like, fill up to 10 psi and get it to a local mechanic, if the puncture mechanic, if he is nearby your place, or until wait until 15 to 20 minutes to get your tires properly filled up with air. As we solved our issues, guys, if you like the content, please like, share and subscribe. Cheers.